been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Oh, good in there. Peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and the high vibrating species on the planet. How we living out there, good people? All right, blue light in. I hope everybody good out there. You know what I'm saying? Cause I am. Oh yeah, we are back. Well, come on, y'all. Come on in. Academates, peace, love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come on in. Have a seat. Have a seat. You feel me? Yes. We got an ink stain we're dealing with this evening. 505 is the SCP that we will be covering this evening. That sums up to the 10, which is a 1 for our numerology. Yes. Academates, tell Shadow Law to come on in. Somebody tell him to come on in. Tell him to get in the back. Ace. In the back and close it. Please. Because we ain't trying to hear you. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get to this truth, man. What y'all hide. You feel me? Because you done made it obvious now. You feel me? I don't know why hey, listen, you two, we got to talk about this. Hey, somebody hit me on the email. Can I get an email or something? You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell me why. Why? The for one, why the shadow ban? You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, we already confirmed that. And yeah, shoot me an email or something, man. What's up like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've noticed subscribers get taken away, and I've noticed likes not even appearing, and on my studio shows me things that when I look in real time is not there. So somebody please explain something to me. You know what I mean? We're just covering SCPs, you know what I'm saying? This stuff ain't real, right? I mean, so what's the problem? You know what I'm talking about? What's the problem? I mean, if stuff relates to real time, we can do a cross reference. We can compare notes. Right? And we can come to our own conclusion. We urge no one to believe anything over here. We've already made the disclaimer numerous of times that you don't have to believe anything that you view here. I encourage all people, any people, all species, vibing high or low. You know what I mean? Do your own due diligence, your own research, your own reads, make your own discoveries. The information is out there for you to discover it if you want to, if you choose to. There's people out there that's looking. They don't know where to look sometimes. So I'm just another soul here to, you know what I'm saying, give a little nudge of inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I aspire to inspire, and helping people is one of the things that I like to do. So, and with my understandings and studies and stuff like that, I come to find there's certain keys missing from our lives that weren't taught, or that was omitted, or we weren't privy to. You know what I mean? And when you find those things, you kind of want to spread some of that. And everything ain't for everybody, though. You know what I'm saying? I always say that too. Everything isn't for everybody. Numerology may not be for everyone. Just like tarot may not be for everyone. I have a tarot deck, but I don't do readings for people. I just, every now and then, I just shuffle and pull a card just to see. You see what I'm saying? Like, I leave that up to people that really know how and really have the spiritual clairaudience, you know what I'm saying, to hear and pick up like that. I use my eye for other things, like what I do here. So The people that do tarot, that's on them. They use their eye for tarot. I use my eye for, you know what I'm saying, the hidden. I look for the hidden things. So with that being said, this numerology is masculine in energy. It's the number 1. The sun, which, you know what I'm saying, is the and then the Leo. So the sun in Leo in the 5th house. And again, I'm a Leo, sun and moon. You know what I mean? My sun and moon are both Leo. So the sun, and then with the sun you get exposure. So obviously my energy is to expose things. It doesn't have to be necessarily bad things. It's just to expose. And I do a lot of exposing on myself. You know what I mean? So it's like self-reflection and checking myself. So that's what I use the numerology for. You know what I'm saying? To help better get to know myself before I try to even, you know what I'm saying, use it on anybody else. But using it toward these SCPs is very interesting. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm all for it, because we got those pings. So you know what I'm saying? And of course, Catamates, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of explaining this to anybody that's new that comes to the channel. This is why I do it, and I really wasn't trying to get into it like that, but some subscribers actually requested that I do more of it, so I figured I'd give you the basics of it. Of course, all of this goes a lot deeper. There's so many different authors that write books about numerology, so you know what I mean, just if you're interested, do your own research, due diligence, pick what grabs, reaches, and resonates with you. All right, so number 1, you know what I'm saying, that's masculine, sun, Leo, 5th house. Positives are ambitious, daring, commanding, original, inventive, forceful, generous. But seeing that's forceful in a good way. So if it's positive, then it's a positive force. So it's like forcing yourself through, like doing sports, forcing yourself through, pushing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that. We got independent, courageous, a leader, generous, action-oriented, fearless, aggressive in a good way, dynamic, bold, strong, capable of mental foresight. See what I'm saying? So mental fortitude. And remember, it's a war for your mind. So can't see too much if you letting somebody else control your vehicle. All right. Negatives: arrogant, bossy, selfish, egotistical, cold, bullying, manipulating, stubborn. Flip side: domineering, dependent, narrow, demanding, antagonizing, insulting, and a sore loser. All right. Occupations: lawyer, writer, leader, pioneer, administrator, director, supervisor, doctor, executive, officer, producer, manager, instructor, captain. It just says captain, so I can guess that's plane, ship, whatever. Spaceship. You know what I mean? Expert, entrepreneur, scientist, a president, first in life. All right. Now, what else we got? A couple tidbits here. The rulership over large and imposing buildings, official residences, headquarter, royal palaces, hills, forests, convention halls. Correlating colors are yellow, orange, and the brown families. Picture principle of self, and the tarot is the magician's card, which acts as a bridge between astral realm and earth, brings great energy and potential, a path guide, pointing out directions and ideas, new beginnings, opportunities, and talents. All right, so you don't have to be born on this day. If you just resonate with the number 1, and of course the 111, the 4 ones, you know what I'm saying, that's angel number thing is always most commonly known or commonly spoken about. So this is a couple things, the basics to that number 1. Little trigger words to the number 1, negatives and positives, and other things that correlates with the number 1. All right, so that could be your life path. You can be born on the 1st. Anything that equals 1. So that's how you narrow down numerology, in a sense, basics. All right, so we have ink stain. I'm familiar with ink stains, be personally with you, because I'm an artist. I draw a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got so many pens. I just leave them in pockets sometimes. Wash the clothes. You feel me? Ink stain. Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best artists. But for real. And I'm one to say so. You know what I mean? I may even actually drop a couple photos, some couple things that I drew on my Instagram. So y'all be sure to check me out on Instagram. I just made a new one for this actual the channel. You know what I mean? Because I had my personal one, which I think is still in the description. I'm not sure if they changed it or not yet. But yeah, either order. You know what I mean? Yeah, check me out on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Check me out on TikTok. Academy 7. You know what I mean? On Instagram. Academics on Instagram. It's gonna be with an X. And Academy 7 on TikTok as well, where I talk about weather anomalies and the stuff like that. Yeah. Anyways, Academics, I hope you got what you need, because I do. Without further ado, we're gonna get to what it is that we do. Yeah, let's get this thing. And yes, we are still with the Volgun. Let go.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Dr. Miller.
My name is Dr. Miller,
Peace to you.
and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-505. Object Class, Keter.
A pen? Oh, I got one of them,
Special
boy.
Containment Procedures.
Ooh, with the feather in it.
SCP-505 is contained in a 50 by 40 by 10 meter room at Site. SCP-505's containment area is to be sealed other than one secure airlock and a series of pipes allowing transport of SCP-505-1 to storage tanks in the event of SCP-505-1 reaching levels in which it poses danger to containment. Sprayers for sodium hydroxide are to be available through SCP-505's containment area and the rest of Site to combat a containment breach. In the event of a spill of SCP-505-1, the affected area should immediately be covered with an absorbent material. Commercial blotting paper is currently standard for this purpose, and doused with alcohol or acetone if sodium hydroxide is not immediately available. Sodium hydroxide immersion is the method of choice for SCP-505-1 containment, followed by incineration of affected material if practicable. There are currently instances of SCP-505-1 points of secondary contamination outside SCP-505's primary containment area. Containment in these areas is variable, but efforts have been made to make the procedures as similar to those of the primary site if possible. Of these secondary contamination zones are unable to be fully contained at this time, resulting in the spread of SCP-505-1 throughout the environment. These sites are to be monitored at all times, and countermeasure deployment is of the highest priority. For a complete list of SCP-505-1 secondary containment sites, see Document 505, 14A.
It must be dangerous.
Description.
For real.
SCP-505 is a model Faber-Castell fountain pen, produced in 2001. For documentation of its acquisition by the Foundation, see Addendum 505-2. It is identical in all respects to a standard fountain pen, apart from its association with SCP-505-1. SCP-505-1 is the black ink produced by SCP-505, which exhibits the property of self-replication. SCP-505-1 spreads at a variable rate, affected by the substance it comes into contact with and the amount of SCP-505-1 present. Quantities of SCP-505-1 have been shown to increase at rates between 0.5 and 540 milliliters per second. Standard ink-removing chemicals are able to partially remove SCP-505-1 and inhibit its spread. However, sodium hydroxide is necessary to remove SCP-505-1 contamination completely, and has shown to be ineffective in environments with particularly high SCP-505-1 concentrations. Fortunately, the growth rate of SCP-505-1 appears to be inversely proportional to its quantity at high concentrations. Whilst the observed effects of this are negligible in most cases, this inverse growth phenomenon provides the only explanation for the partial containment of SCP-505-1 despite a number of cases of large-scale environmental contamination, which were projected to otherwise lead to an NK-class end-of-the-world scenario. Whilst SCP-505-1 exhibits no unusual properties other than its constant spread and partial resistance to removal, it nonetheless poses serious difficulties for control. SCP-505-1 will flow across non-absorbent surfaces, and pass through porous surfaces in an identical fashion to normal ink. All liquid or solid objects or beings in contact with SCP-5051 will be contaminated. SCP-5051 will still adhere to non-porous surfaces, such as metals, but newly produced SCP-5051 will constantly flow off. Non-porous materials are thus catalysts for SCP-5051 spread, and all SCP-5051 contamination should be covered in porous materials such as blotting paper for this reason. It is not possible to permanently contain SCP-5051 in a non-porous container, as said container's contents will gradually increase in quantity, leading to increased pressure and subsequent rupture. All containers being used to contain SCP-5051 must therefore be drained periodically to prevent a containment breach. SCP-5051's effects on its environment are identical to those of an equivalent quantity of standard fountain pen ink. SCP-5051 exposure will inevitably lead to the death of living organisms. Plant matter will be killed due to inhibition of photosynthesis, whereas animals will be killed due to chemical poisoning. In humans and other mammals, SCP-5051 contact will most likely be via the skin, where it will spread until it reaches an orifice or a break in the skin and subsequently enter the vascular system through mucous membranes. SCP-5051 will spread through the vasculature and have catastrophic effects on all organ systems it reaches. As it
You definitely you won't last long. Not with it in your blood. No, you're not gonna last long at all. No. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Never made this. What were you trying to do? Make some magic ink so it'll write for you or something that you got out of hand? Come on, bro. What the?
Continuously replicates and is unable to be excreted by the urinary system. Cause of death is generally multiple organ failure, although in most cases, affected individuals will be terminated and decontaminated prior to this. For containment procedures in these instances, see Addendum 505-1. SCP-5051 also has an increased rate of spread through non-viscous fluids, such as water, as would be expected of normal ink. Any contamination of the water table with SCP-5051 must be prevented at all costs due to the potential for an NK-class end-of-the-world scenario. It is unknown whether SCP-5051's aforementioned property of an inversely proportional rate of spread will manifest in fluids, as experimentation with such high quantities of SCP-5051 is strictly forbidden. Thus, any environmental SCP-5051 contamination in water sources must be met with immediate damming and drainage into storage tanks of all affected areas. Addendum 505-1. Procedures for dealing with SCP-5051 contamination in humans. Administration of multiple dose activated charcoal has been shown to slow the progress of SCP-5051 contamination in humans, but is unable to halt the process. The only known methods of treatment for SCP-5051 contamination in humans are by the immediate excision of the affected area or continuous application of ethanol to an affected skin region. Topical ethanol treatment will not prevent the affected individual from transmitting SCP-5051 to other surfaces and is thus highly discouraged, except in the cases of essential personnel, in which case containment procedures must be observed as in all other sites of secondary SCP-5051 contamination. In theory, excision or amputation of affected areas would be the gold standard for treatment, but contamination of surgical instruments and personnel remains a problem. Therefore, all cases of SCP-5051 contamination in humans, other than essential personnel, should be dealt with by termination, followed by standard procedure of sodium hydroxide immersion and incineration of the remains.
I mean, damn, boy, that's horrible, y'all. That's horrible. I mean, because you have a solution, but you can't really touch the person because it's going to get right. Damn. Hey, man, listen, y'all going to have to put them in a room and just do some laser cutting. You know what I mean? Something. Like, I'm sure y'all got the tech. Well, maybe. depending on who we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure y'all got the technology, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Y'all can't be this dense as to really want to put hands on something when you know you really can't touch it. I mean, there's come on. I'm sure somebody thought of that, right? I mean, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that somebody said it, and it's like, well, I don't know, and I don't know, man. That's
Addendum
crazy.
505 2.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Just laser it off, bro.
Retrieval history. SCP-505.
Y'all better give these boys some lightsabers. You know what I'm saying? Like Star Wars. Better give them boys some little laser, flashlights. Y'all already got the one that you know what I'm saying, that can catch things on fire already. Fire. You feel me? You already got them flashlights, right? So just make a little concentrated laser. You feel me? You get the contamination. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how fast does it spread? I got questions.
It was acquired by the Foundation from the town in Oman, when the town in question was quarantined by the Omani government due to reports of a black fluid beginning to seep out from the town's post office and causing the deaths of a number of its inhabitants. Fortuitously, the arid and remote location of the incident prevented wide-scale environmental contamination of SCP-5051. The Foundation retrieved SCP-5051 with casualties. No other anomalous properties of the town's post office or the town itself were detected, and it was deemed necessary to terminate civilian inhabitants of who were deemed likely to be contaminated. The incident was reported as a non-extra-normal chemical spill.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay, I know. Before you say anything,
no,
this article is very outdated.
No,
this is clearly not a Keter class anomaly, but I need to present it as what the article says. We can all have a little discussion now as to what it should be classified as. Anyway, this concludes today's lecture. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you were all dismissed.
Okay, so what we should classify it as, I think we need to kick it up one. I would say kick it up one, but I would like to know exactly where, like, it's ink? Is it ink? Yeah, he said it was ink. So it's ink. Like, hold on, bro. I'm kind of who made this thing, man? For real. Who made this? Who made this thing, man? What was the purpose, bro? Because you got some ink that's just getting just radical like oil. Like what did you do? And why did you do it? That's, see what I'm saying? Like, people just weird, man. I'm just hypothetically speaking. You feel me? Just hypothetically speaking, YouTube. People are weird when it comes to this type of stuff. Like, what the? I mean, the only thing I can think of that you did some type of conjure that just went left. Where I guess you were trying to get the pen to write what you were thinking, and you fucked around and gave it a conscience, and now it just wants to consume and just ink the place up, bruh. Now I ain't not ever dealt with an ink stain like that, y'all, and I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I don't want that pen. It looks cooler than some of them, but I don't want it, because I'm sitting here looking at the tip of it right now, where it look like it got some it's something going on. Something's going on with it. It looks majestic. I'm just gonna say that the pen looks majestic. I don't know if it's Merlin's pen, but y'all need to do something with that. Y'all think y'all just need to just bury that. Well, you can't bury it. What? All right, academics, keep your head on the swivel. Y'all be careful out there with them pens, them ink pens. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that's antique looking. You feel me? You might, yeah. Ain't no telling what kind of conjures and spells that them pens them written up in their time. What type of red fluid been on them joints back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So be careful. Head on the swivel out there. You feel me? Keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected. You know what I mean? Keep your CT on at all times. And, you know, back to the things I said previous. You know what I'm saying? Just keep these things in mind, y'all. Keep these things in mind, y'all. Everything ain't for everybody, but Some things can help everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some things can. So, yeah. Until the next one, we be back. Y'all already know we be back. I don't know what's up with this pen though. I don't know what they're gonna do about this. I mean, they just they got to keep getting barrels and then they talk. I mean, jeez, bro. I mean, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comments. Say, what do y'all think it should be classified as? Should we keep it at a K, or should we up it? Like, I don't think it's hidden up there with Gaia or nothing, right? I mean, that's a hell of a way to go out, huh? Get blotted out by ink.